Hi, welcome to Beautifully Unbalanced. I hope you're having a wonderful day. In today's video, I'm going to show you how we do homeschooling, remote working, and also dealing with a medically fragile child, and how we keep it under control. Well, kind of. In this video, let me break down our day and a week a little so you can see how we structure everything. Homeschool happens during the hours when I have help with the baby. My two older kids, aged 4 and 6, they do a mix of online classes and independent work. My 6-year-old does about 2-3 online classes a day. It doesn't have to be back to back. It's in the morning and sometimes in the afternoon or 1 hour in between. So this way he doesn't sit the whole time, but he actually has time to stretch out, jump. I also teach him math myself in between. My 4-year-old does a couple of online classes a week along with some fun and hands-on activities. We use great online platform, OutSchool, that keeps them engaged. We also do chess online with the 6-year-old, and my husband helps him practice when he has some free time. I was always afraid of online help, but it turned out to be the best investment because of my time limitations. If you have a freedom of choice in terms of instructors, you can always find the most engaging ones and also choose the classes that are not too long. The online homeschooling help really helps me focus during my work while they learn. For the math, I use Good and the Beautiful, and handwriting, I use the same company and some other extra fun activities. So I work from 8 to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, and during those hours I usually have part-time help with the baby, which means Monday through Thursday and Friday we are completely on our own. So the part-time help allows me to work actually and homeschool my other two older boys. On Tuesdays after my work day at 2, me and my caregiver, we go, and the baby caregiver, go to the therapy for the baby. So that day is very full for us. Fridays, as I said, me and my husband tag team with all 3 kids, both of us working during the day, and then at about 5 o'clock we leave for the baby acupuncture. Weekends are a little better, but they're still very full. On Saturdays, boys have soccer practices at 9 and 12. So my husband takes them back and forth, driving each of them separately or sometimes together, but he still comes home because it's too wide of a gap between 9 and 12. And I stay home during that time with the baby. I try to do a lot of physical exercises with her. I have to feed her for a while. Then we have some time on Saturday to finish tasks that we couldn't during the week, such as my husband does the lawn mowing, cleaning. I do more laundry, decluttering, car servicing, etc. On Sundays we have another 2-hour therapy with the baby, so we're until 1 o'clock. During that time, my husband takes boys to swimming. So at this point, we also have about 3 physical therapists at home through early intervention program. During weekdays, after my work day ends, I try to take the boys to the playground or do some home tasks such as laundry and cleaning. There is never clean house for us. It's kind of tidy at some point of the day, usually at the end of the day and in the beginning of the day, but there is always something to do, especially laundry. It never finishes. However, lots of times I do also prepare food day in advance, so I can have more free time the next day. A lot of days I work longer hours just because I could not finish my job within the scheduled hours due to constant distraction from kids and other, from the disabled baby as well, because my my caregiver takes break during sometime midday lunch. So I have to stay with her, and also while I'm working, I'm constantly getting distracted. If her oxygen goes down, I always get distraction, and I always stand up or bring the oxygen or do this, help her do the suction, because I work from the living room. This way I can always have my eyes on the baby. So right now I work in an auditing CPA company. So we're also just getting out of the busy season, which was the most challenging season for me because of our family personal situation, and I constantly struggle with thoughts if I should actually stay there or leave my job. But for now I managed to stay because I really like what I do. So after the caregiver leaves about 4 or 5 Monday through Thursday, talking about those 4 days, the real fun begins. I no longer have extra help, so it's all on me for the rest of the day. My husband comes home late from his job, so I usually try to catch up if the baby's sleeping, napping, or I'm trying to catch up with anything that what I couldn't finish with my kids during the day, like math or some other fun creative activities. We also have soccer and swimming classes during the week. So usually we have about 3 soccer practices during the weekday. So my father-in-law usually takes my older son in the swimming about 2 times a week. So if I am home with the baby, I usually always have her next to me because she does require 24-hour assistance. Fridays are always the hardest days for us because my husband, again, as I mentioned before, and I work, and we handle all 3 kids without outside help. It's a full day of juggling between work, taking care of the kids, making sure that my baby gets all the medical care she needs. We usually tag team everything, but it's definitely a challenge. I try to prepare as much as I can the night before by doing batch cooking meals and getting everything as much ready as possible again. But no matter how much I prepare, Friday's always a little chaotic. Here is the video of us getting together, getting the baby dressed for the therapy on Sunday. It is always a challenge for us to go somewhere because she absolutely hates the car seat, but sometimes she's better, sometimes it's an absolute disaster. I know some of you are currently balancing the same things as I do: homeschooling, work, taking care of special needs children or child, and I just want to say you guys are doing an amazing job. It's okay to ask for help when you need it. So if I would not have a caregiver, I would not be able to work, and my mind would probably be not in a good state because emotionally it's very hard to stay home with other kids and with the baby that is medically fragile, and you cannot even get out from the house with her because you need someone else to go somewhere. So you're constantly in the house or maybe outside the house the most, but it is very emotionally challenging. My days, of course, are never perfect. They're not always smooth, but we have some structure and support, and that helps us to stay afloat. Thanks for watching. If you're a mom juggling work, homeschooling, and special needs care, I hope it helps a bit to even hear about another mom struggling. I hope you have a wonderful day and see you next time.